Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? God, I'm all greasy. Look at me. Shit, yeah, it's on. Rooster here, of course. Episode 1 of the critically acclaimed, probably internationally known, definitely. I know 2 people in foreign countries. No, more than that. Like 3 or 4 people. So that's like one American in foreign countries that listen to this podcast of the So This Is My Life Now podcast. First episode on YouTube. And I know you're going to ask me why, so I'm going to go into why. But first, I'm trying out the new to me, Pohem. I want to say it properly. Mic 01, I believe. I got the one for USB-C because my iPhone is USB-C. Got one, what's the word I'm looking for? One receiver that's plugged into my phone right now and 2 transmitters. That's 2 microphones. I have the second microphone sat on my desk at home, and I use the empty spot for this muff cover there. I feel like it's kind of a poor design because you can fit both mics and the receiver in there, but not the pop filter. It's fine. It's fine. I keep this in the car. I did do a bit of like God, it's hot in here, like a test run the other day, and apparently there's a reverb mode, and I did like a 3-minute recording and everything sounded like I was in an echo chamber. That's what reverb is, and in my mind, it's kind of stupid to put it on a lapel mic because if that's the effect I wanted, I would just do it in post, right? Anyway, it's been a while. It has been a while. I'm sat in the car, and that means I'm going home. It surely can't mean that I'm leaving home to go to work because it's bright out. Oh, put the belt on. Try not to slap the microphone with the seatbelt. Oh, and we are going to get what we call the fuck out of here. So I chose this mic. Well, I didn't really choose it. I was thinking about using it because my last USPSA match video, I rewatched it, and I don't know about you, but I pick a lot of nits at myself. Like, I am my biggest critic on anything I do, absolutely anything. So I had fun making the video, I had fun shooting the match and all that good stuff, and then I'm watching the video back, and the in the car audio was really car audio. It was a lot of background noise, even though the camera on the Insta360 is really good. The camera itself is good. The microphone is a bit shit, especially like I said, I was recording in the car. So all you really heard while I was talking, and I feel like I was talking loud, but I'm from New York City, so I'm used to speaking in all caps anyway, was just like a lot of, almost like a feedback noise. But it was the noise from outside. And then when I hit those country roads, forget it. I think my water bottle just fell over in the back seat. Can I go? Yeah, I can. My water bottle definitely just fell over in the back seat. So I was watching it back, and I said, hey man, as good as the video is, as much fun as I had, the audio, like I'm not an audiophile, or like I'm not a snob about it, but if I don't like it, I'm probably just gonna scrap it, and I've done that. So I didn't want to do that because I shot the match and I had a good time. So I started looking into lapel mics, but like kind of gooder ones. And what I wanted them for was for use with either this camera, this is my phone, or the Insta360 camera. And just like record, I guess, secondary audio and just dub it over. I grew up on dubbed Japanese movies. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, it's Godzilla. That kind of thing. But I was having a hard time, especially for like the price point, because I've said for months now, almost a year, I think, probably more than a year, that me getting back into content creation does not mean by any means I'm gonna go deep in my pockets for any of it. And I still refuse to this day I do. So I asked one of my tech gurus, Pav, Jason's the other one, I asked Pav because I know he's like gadget savvy, kind of, like, does that make sense? And I did watch a video that he cut with, I'm not sure if we have the same Instago camera. Anyway, on his motorcycle, and he was gonna run it with another microphone, another lav mic. I'm like, all right, so he probably knows something about it. So I asked him, and I said, this is what I want to do, and this is what I need it to do. He suggested the Pohem Mic 1, and I said, why? And he said, and again, I told him what my parameters were, and he said, well, it does, it's capable of internal storage. And my wife and I, we have mini SD cards just laying around the house from back in our full-time streaming days. Like we have it's floating all over the fucking house. They're everywhere. So I grabbed up a 32 gig one, formatted it. I didn't even look at what was on it. Formatted it and put it in the slot. You probably can't see it in the bottom of this mic. So now my phone obviously is recording the audio and the video, and I'll have an audio backup on this SD card, right? Just in case anything goes wrong. So if this works out, I'll keep doing that. Like every time I use the Instago camera, there's a start-stop button on here that I don't even have to touch my phone for to stop this recording. I'll just tap it on the mic itself. And we'll see how that goes. So you're probably wondering why the outstandingly amazing So This Is My Life Now podcast is on YouTube now. Here's why. First of all, I'm terrible at posting, right? I think we all know that. The first year I started the podcast, I was doing promos, and that's what I call them, the episodes. I was doing promos pretty regularly for the first year. So I call that season 1. Season 2 was, I think sporadic is not the right word, because I would cut a promo, good half hour, 40 minutes, and then disappear for 2 or 3 months. And I'd have buddies of mine, hey man, when are you doing another episode of the podcast? And I appreciate everybody listening, I really do. Also, what I could do is take the raw audio from this SD card and post it to the podcast website, and I'll go over that. So they would ask me, like, when are you doing another episode? I'm like, bro, I got shit to do. I do. Work's been busy. We're starting to slow down now, which is good. So when I started that podcast, it was on Anchor.fm. Now, I had a podcast from back in the day. You might have heard of it. It's called the Rated R for Rooster podcast. I want to say it's still on Spotify? ? I'm not even 100% sure. But I stopped doing that when I moved to Colorado. Before I moved to Colorado, I want to say I did the last episode with my buddy Matt, because he and I were talking about my move to here. And what's today, the 23rd? September 20th was my 5-year, my wife calls it move anniversary, for when I moved to Colorado. So I've been out of New York a long time. So if that's any indication of when the last time I did that podcast was, more than 5 years ago. But I still have the YouTube channel. I made the YouTube channel because a lot of content creators back then were uploading their VODs. Be like, hey, look, it's not going to be stored forever on whatever server, so we just put it up on YouTube. And that's the stuff that I would just post on it. It wasn't really what I would call long-form YouTube content. It was my live streams. That's all it was. I didn't edit anything. I just uploaded in bulk. 6-7 hour videos that I've since deleted, by the way. And I'll tell you why. So I started on Anchor.fm, and I still had that account from the Rated R for Rooster podcast. So I changed it up to the current So This Is My Life Now podcast. I made, I would call it mediocre, even though it's a picture of me, and it's not. It's a picture of me, a really good picture of me that my wife took of me when we were at Box Canyon Falls out in Ouray, when we went on vacation up there a couple years ago. And I look like a model. I do. So I took that picture and superimposed some words over it, and those words were So This Is My Life Now. I did it on Instagram, right? And I screenshot it, and that's what I used as the thumbnail picture for So This Is My Life Now podcast. I feel like if I forget the so, then it's not the real name, but that's the whole name. So This Is My Life Now. So I started posting on there, and at the time, I think right after, or maybe right when I went back to the app, Anchor.fm was bought by Spotify. So it became Spotify for podcasters. You would use all the same resources from Anchor, just post into Spotify, right? So you would, and I did, have use of the Spotify catalog, which is cool as shit. So if you ever listen to all of season 1 and some of season 2, that's still on Spotify. I'm going to leave it on Spotify for now. The earlier episodes, I would say the first 20, I guess. When you start on Spotify, it opens with a song, ends with a song from my Spotify playlist. And sometimes when I would record multiple parts, I would throw in like a record scratch kind of sound. That's all resources from the Anchor FM app. And then recently, last couple months, I would say, but again, I've been out of it. Like I don't record all the time. Is the train coming or what? What are we doing? The gates are down. There it is. Oh, it's one of those Union Pacific long fucking coal trains. God damn it. Well, you're stuck with me. Okay, while these people look at me like, who the fuck is he talking to? I lost track of my own thought. Yeah, I wasn't recording promos all the time like I did in season 1. So when I went back to the app, like, hey, yeah, I wanna cut this promo. I want to say it was the one for my dad's birthday. The episode I dropped on May 23rd, and if you want to know what came from that, it's still on Spotify. Go listen to that. That's that whole thing is DOA. It's not happening. So I want to say then. So I reopened the app and I was like, hey, what is this? And they dropped some patch notes. That's essentially what they are, and removed, for whatever reason, all of the recording and editing assets from the app. Okay, but it's a mobile app. I know. Well, all you could really do on that app is upload a recording. Okay, so I did, I think 1 or 2 of those. With this, do I still have it? Yeah, a little cheap $10 Amazon lav mic. And all it is, it's the raw audio. There's no edits. There's no music in the beginning or the end. There's nothing. And uploaded it right to there. And I got a different feeling about it because I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it's me talking, but there's no razzle dazzle. You know what I mean? Like I said, there was no audio in the beginning. There was like when I go into my intro, it's something like precedes it. Not by a lot, but something precedes my intro, and then bang, moneymaker. And I lost all that when they decided to just strip everything off the app. I'm like, well, this is kinda doo-doo butter. Like I don't even want to do this anymore. But then at the same time, like I said, I got buddies of mine that'll still ask me, when's the next podcast episode coming out? And then I started I started posting videos on YouTube that I hope you're watching this on. Gaming stuff, shooting stuff, real life stuff. Like my wife says I'm vlogging, whatever, man. I'm recording day-to-day stuff. If that's what vlogging is, then shit, that's what I'm doing. So I started learning Filmora. My buddy X-Pie put me onto that. He uses it to edit videos that he works on, and he put me onto it. It's not for nothing. It's really simple, and I'm used to using Adobe stuff. You know what I mean? Photoshop, After Effects, Illustrator. I'm used to using that stuff in pieces to make one bigger picture. Whereas what I'm finding out with Filmora is it's all there. Especially now they introduced AI. And let me tell you something, I am not worried about Skynet one bit if this is what AI is gonna be, okay? I just posted a truck sim convoy video that me and a couple buddies were playing yesterday, and you just put in keywords and you can select different keywords and it'll make a track. It made like a 90-second track that I laid over the video. And I think, what is it called? Sexy Loving Trucking or something like that. Something like that. I might look for it and put it in post over here. But it was something like that. Like, hey, this is kind of cool, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to mess with pre-made templates, and they make it really simple for me, I think. And again, I have previous experience with the Adobe stuff. And I'm not really wanting to put tons of time in that chair to make this content. I'm already in the content like this. I'm already in it. How much more work do I really want to devote to it where I have other things to do? My wife started streaming again. She's fucking loving it. I'm thrilled that she's having a great time with it. I was in no uncertain terms voluntold we're gonna do like a reveal. I'm not gonna say too much. Like a reveal for something, and I didn't know where to begin, but they have all these templates that I can edit everything. Oh, excuse me. That's staying in. I'm not editing that out. So I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna mess with it, you know. And I'm learning new stuff. Just yesterday, I cussed out my buddy X-Pie. I was like, God damn, like I blame him for putting me onto this, and like I'm clicking around, and if I want to know something, like something simple, I'll Google it because we live in the future. And then that Google search will put me onto something else. Like, oh, you could do this and this and this. Like, oh shit. Rabbit hole, right? Rabbit hole. So that's what's been going on. So I will be posting these on YouTube because I saw when I was posting videos that YouTube has, I don't know how long it's been there, a podcast like tab, like you can select podcasts, and that's pretty much what this is. So I got the mic from my tech guru buddy Pav. I got the idea from him. It was cheap-ish. It was on sale. So I got that. And I think it's because they're coming out with a newer model, why this one was on sale. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to use the Insta360 camera to continue doing that stuff. Man, I had a match yesterday. I was supposed to have a match yesterday. Registration opened on Saturday, disappeared off practice score. But then yesterday it started pissing down rain anyway. I was like, well, good. I'm glad they canceled it. Went off on a tangent just now. I apologize. But for the foreseeable future, until something else comes along. But right now, I'm focusing all my content energy. I got a TikTok now, @DamnItRooster. Go, again, if I put this video in post, and I just might, I'll put it, right over here for TikTok. Instagram is the same. If you have it, great. If you don't, it'll be right here, I guess. But doing this stuff, and I tell people, like anyone that has seen my videos, and I'll promote it very little, but I make shorts to also post on YouTube, and that actually gains traction. They're like reels on Instagram, I guess that's a thing. And that's what gains traction. And people from the old days have found me like, oh, you're alive. And I'm like, yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure if I died, you'd be notified, stranger on the internet, But I've rekindled my creative uses, the juices. Wife is thrilled because I'm not at the range every waking minute, blowing ammo and staying there all stupid day, which I'm gonna, when I have matches and stuff. I plan on building out my Glock 45 at the end of the year to run strictly for matches. I use my Glock 19 now, but it's also my carry gun, so I don't want to abuse it too much. You should see my comp mags, my match mags, forget it. They're all dirty and crunchy and shit. There's dirt in fucking everywhere, but they're Glock mags, so they run. But I am going to be putting this on YouTube. I want to keep the episodes that are on Spotify on there. I say for now because I don't know what's going to become of it. I'm pretty sure because it's mine and it's my account, I can download them and I guess re-upload them to YouTube, but it would just be audio. I'm not going to do that. YouTube is a very visual medium, so I'm going to keep it that way. Yeah, I'm having fun with the YouTubering. I noticed, and I actually track my analytics now, whereas before, like I said, I made the account just first of all to have the name, and then to upload my VODs to my live stream VODs. But I never promoted it. I never really give a shit about it. So when I got back on that same channel, what has it been, 2 months now that I'm posting on YouTube or something like that? I looked at the views on those videos, and from 5-6 years ago, 1 view, 2 views, and it was probably me looking at myself, right? Whereas now I'm getting literal, and I know it doesn't sound like a lot, literal dozens of views, and it's organic. I'm getting new subscribers, new commenters that aren't just friends and family that have known me since the day before forever, and I track that kind of thing now. YouTube has something called YouTube Studio. I got the app on my phone, and I track it. Look at this shit. I'm just some schlub on the internet. Matter of fact, one of my most popular videos that has the most views on it, I want to say a couple hundred views, and again, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot to me, is my lawnmower video. I got a new lawnmower. I'm domestic as fuck, okay? If you don't know that by now, then you don't know Rooster, okay? I'm domestic as fuck. Got a new lawnmower a couple weeks ago, and I was thrilled. I was thrilled to bits. The video was on my channel. Video's on YouTube. I might even link it here or put it in the description if I remember. I'm probably not gonna. And so I made like a long form video on it, and I thought it out. Like I produced it properly. I got Velcro strips on the dash in ye olde Jeep, so I can prop up the Insta camera, and I cut a promo from my house to Home Depot and back, unboxing the stupid lawnmower, putting it together, using it. I had the hat clip on, fucking mowing my lawn. Like I was thrilled to bits that I got this lawnmower. So I made a video on it, and there's a couple hundred views on it from, I guess, what I would imagine are like-minded people. Like, am I getting older? Sure I am. We all are. I don't think any of us is getting younger. And if you are, let me know what you're doing. Oh shit. Oh, my spine. But yeah, I'm having a ton of fun with it. In fact, you're probably watching this on YouTube right now, and I appreciate it if you are. Take the belt off without swiping over the microphone. But as you can see, I am home. I just got home. I want to play this back a little, probably when I go inside to poop. I'll run this back on my phone just to listen to the audio, see what this sounds like. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me. Let me open the garage so she knows I'm home. That's what's been going on with me. Comment, Dan. I'm pretty sure I was all over the place in the last 21 and a half minutes. Comment. Subscribe if you haven't. If you're watching this, subscribe. There'll be more of this. There's gonna be a whole playlist for it. I'm having fun. I'm having fun creating again. And again, my wife is thrilled. My sister Tink, she's crying. She was crying because I'm creating again. A bunch of old friends are just like, they hang out and we BS around and we have fun with it. Whether I'm recording or not, like we're still having fun, and so I record it. You know what I'm saying? But thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, please comment, all that good stuff. Until the next one, I want to say I have a Hunter Call of the Wild video coming out. I want to put some time into Satisfactory. I'm going to split off from the main base. We have a multiplayer server, care of my buddy XBy. I'm going to split off from his base and like mooch off his power and build my own stuff. But yeah, let me know who you are. Let me know where you are. Let me know what you think about what I'm doing. Okay? Not that I shouldn't be doing it, because I don't care for trolls. I don't give a shit. I'm not that guy. I'm in my 40s. I don't give a fuck. But until next time, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. I appreciate you. Thank you. Until next time, Rooster says, see ya. And then now, I reach for the button and I stop.